especially Peck, the strongest part of this storm, just down to your south. And as far as Wichita, it looks like, as far as the track of this storm goes, we may just get clipped by the storm. I was looking at the other weather computer. Did you want me to? I can go ahead and hop on this one and give a track, or you want me to? Okay.
All right, we're going to go, I'm going to go ahead and take it back over here. Had to switch out my batteries. We've been talking quite a bit here. But tornado warning still in effect for Sumner County until 1 a.m. in the morning. The thunderstorms from Hamilton, Eureka, El Dorado, down toward Augusta, and even Winfield, these are just producing some heavy amounts of rainfall. These are not severe at this time. It is just this guy right here that has continued to produce one tornado after another. We had a report of a tornado 3 miles west-southwest of Mayfield in Sumner County. We've had a lot of this that's been relayed to us from not only fire departments that have been in the area, but also other people that are living in the area too. So we're trying to gather as much information as we can if there are some damage in parts of Sumner County. We did have also a tornado warning that was in effect for a sliver of Harper County as well. Let me go ahead and get this situated over here, and we'll get you your bearings on this storm as this goes. Yeah, there is just like a small little sliver of Sedgwick County right here. Just a small little sliver the way that it's drawn here. But this warning looks like it does include Peck. It includes over toward Mulvane, Belle Plaine, Cicero. It also includes down toward Roland and Wellington. But from Mayfield, Roland, and Wellington, this has now started to track to the north of you. So you folks are going to be removed next from the polygon as this continues to lift to the northeast. So I think we're going to have to watch the strength and the intensity of this storm rather closely, because pretty soon, within about the next 45 minutes or so, we're going to have probably a warning in effect for the Sedgwick County area, unless this storm all of a sudden just decides to die. We love the moisture. We love to get what we can from the moisture, but we don't want the hail. We don't want the damaging winds, and we certainly don't want any tornadoes. And we've had several reports near the Mayfield area so far tonight. Taking a look at another scan here, shear rate. And it doesn't look as well defined as it was earlier. I'm still getting some weak rotation north-northeast of the Mayfield area. That'll be a straight shot to the south of Clearwater, but again, this is tracking to the northeast. As I'm watching this, and if this center of circulation still holds together, then it may move closer to the Peck area and maybe even into the south parts of Hayesville. So that's still a little bit of a ways out, but it's definitely something that we need to be watching rather closely with this supercell. Taking a look at some of the heavier rains over toward Belle Plaine. Belle Plaine's in the tornado warning. We have Mulvane, we have Peck, north of Wellington. Looks like it's going to be north of a line from Dalton to Wellington to Roland and Mayfield, just because of the track of this storm. This is also going to pass to the east of the Conway Springs area. It will also pass to the east of Elwell. So Elwell, don't have to worry about this storm. Conway Springs doesn't have to worry about this storm. It will be over rural locations to the north and also to the northeast of the Mayfield area. Going back to our debris tracker, I'm going to put probably 30 minutes on the clock here. Let me see if we can see any type of damage that may be associated with this, or if there's any type of foreign matter that may be thrown up or lofted into the atmosphere, and I'm not seeing any huge signs of this again. So hopefully that is definitely some good news, but we still need to make sure that we are using caution on this storm, as it has the potential to produce a tornado. Still getting some reds and also some greens that are of brighter colors that are starting to pop out at me. That also matches up with our shear rate product right here. So until 1 o'clock in the morning, we have a tornado warning that will stay in effect for Sumner County. And there you go, starting to ramp up once again, north of Roland, south-southwest of the Riverdale area. Let me see if there's some other information that's coming in from the National Weather Service, because we've heard from people from the National Weather Service talking about tornado sirens that have sounded in Sedgwick County, in the Derby area, the east side of Wichita. And yep, they're definitely going off in the Derby area as well, just to anticipate, to try to get people to take note that this storm is coming. and it may be moving into places like Peck, like Derby, and the Mulvane area, and then it will continue to push farther to the northeast. So these will be the locations that we'll look for real closely. We'll look over for Waco, which is immediately south of Hayesville. If you go south on Highway 81, you're going to run right into Waco, but you follow this path, goes right in here. This is where the projected possibility of a tornado is going to be. Also hearing of more tornado sirens that are continuing to go off on the east side of Wichita. Let's go back over to our reflectivity product here and readjust. Still seeing some of that circulation near Anson, tracking northeastward at about 30 miles per hour. Ronell, have you heard of any updates on any changes to the to how fast this storm is going? Are we still going at about 30 miles to the northeast?
Yeah, still moving to the northeast, about 30 miles an hour. And as far as being near Anson right now, that circulation near Anson and Cicero. But, you know, Lisa, since I've been here, you know, the rotation, I feel like it's over the last 30 minutes or so, you know, it's been weakening, it's been strengthening, it's been weakening, you know, kind of in and out, but still generally, you know, keeping up that general strength. So just to repeat, tornado warning, Sedgwick, or not Sedgwick, Sumner County, northern parts of Sumner County. This is going to be in effect all the way through 1 a.m. And again, between Anson and Cicero, that's where we're seeing this general area of rotation. It's not the best, but as far as the history that this storm has of producing tornadoes, we're actually still getting those reports in out of Sumner County, most recently about 3 miles to the west of Mayfield not too long ago. So you definitely want to make sure that you are in your safe place. If you live in northern Sumner County, make sure that you are in your safe place right now. You're still under a tornado warning. As far as those sirens going off in the Derby area, even the eastern part of Wichita and Sedgwick County, you want to make sure that you're keeping a close eye on this storm. Make sure that you have that KSN Storm Track 3 weather app so you can see what we're seeing, and make sure that you are also nearby, close to that safe place, just in case. That tornado warning has not been extended into the majority of Sedgwick County. It's still kind of right on the line with the strongest part of the storm, still to the south of Clearwater, Waco, and even Peck, while Peck is included in that tornado warning. Just as Lisa mentioned, you know, a lot of these dings going off. Every time that goes off, we just kind of take a look at what reports are coming in. But still looks like general area of rotation between Anson and Cicero. Okay. And as far as the rotation, let me switch to...
So it looks like Julie Stimson, who is our emergency manager, our newsroom has looked into it. She's our emergency management director in Sedgwick County. She does not know why the Sedgwick County sirens are going off, but is currently looking into the issue. So, okay. Again, we've heard of tornado sirens at Kellogg, we've heard of them at 135, we've heard of them going off in Derby. You know, the way that our sirens sound in Sedgwick County is that when the polygon comes out, it goes onto a computer, and that computer will disseminate and sound those different sirens. We're seeing behind the scenes a lot of different pictures of the tornado that touched down in Sumner County, one that was east of Bluff City. And then also seeing of a rope tornado that we had 3 miles west-northwest of Mayfield in Sumner County. So, you know, the National Weather Service, what they're probably going to do is they're going to take a look at all these different storm reports after the fact, and we'll be able to see, okay, was this storm report the same tornado? So they're going to look at it from several different angles. We still need to take this storm seriously here. I know it does not look like your classic type of supercell, but it's been ramping up and it's been ramping down, and it continues to produce different areas of circulation that gives us pause because it has turned into tornadoes so far in Sumner County. And I'm going to, Ronell, go through the list and see how many tornado reports we've had from National Weather Service in Sumner County alone. I did not hear of any reports of a tornado that touched down in Harper County. We had several reports across the state line in Grant County, near Waukeeta, of a tornado there. But this is the one that we're watching for right now. So Ronell's going to go through all the different tornado reports. Again, some of them may be the same tornado. They've just been witnessed at different locations. We have storm chasers that are here that are in the location because we have the slight risk for today. Slight risk indicated that we could have a few severe thunderstorm warnings. And even though we have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect, we have now switched this over to an active tornado situation because of one report of a tornado after another. Let me go back to my shear rate here. And yeah, this is looking pretty good near Anson. I think we're ramping up once again. At 12:22, so about 1 minute ago, a new developing tornado 2 miles to the northwest of Mayfield. And so this is going to be where we have our new tornado that is now starting to develop. Let me zoom in here. And let's see. Obviously, any sirens going off is a malfunction. That is word from emergency management here in Sedgwick County. So maybe it's the lightning that's causing these to malfunction. Brenda, back in our booth, if you could go ahead and take a look at some of our Skyview cameras, because our Skyview cameras are going to show you just how vivid the lightning is. And she's back in the control room right now, and she's going to pop up the downtown Wichita camera. And this, you know, as you can see just how vivid the lightning is. I mean, the atmosphere is definitely talking tonight. And this is because of the storm that is just to the south of Sedgwick County. And it will be pulling into southern and southeastern Sedgwick County here momentarily. So we'll continue to watch it from this angle here. Brenda, thank you so much for giving us that shot. Let's go back to our shear rate at where we have this new developing tornado that is occurring. And it's going to be to the east of North Anson Road and right along East 70th Avenue North. If you live in this area, please make sure that you're in your tornado safe place, any place that's within the polygon of the tornado warning. I'm going to go ahead and take a look here at a little bit farther to the north here at where we're going here. So Ziba is going to be another place that's going to be in the path of this, but also as I look ahead, I can also see Peck here. So let's go back to the full screen here. Let's put reflectivity on, and it also looks like we have new development down here in Oklahoma that if that holds together, we may have a new batch of severe thunderstorm warnings that will come complete with it. We have storms that are near and to the east of the turnpike, pretty heavy across Greenwood County, but we have had no reports of any severe weather with any of these thunderstorms, none across Butler County. It is still this guy in northern Sumner County, and it's coming pretty close to Sedgwick County here. Let me get readjusted here with my bearings and move this down. I'm going to switch over to shear rate. I really like shear rate because I think it gives us a pretty good indication of where we have tornadic development that's ongoing. The circulation, it's been kind of punky where it'll pulse up and then it'll pulse back down. But when it has ramped back up, it has been producing a tornado. We've seen one after another through Sumner County. Ronell, how many reports have we had so far? Tornadoes?
There were a couple out of Mayfield. That one was probably the same tornado because that one report was 8 miles south of Mayfield. Another one shortly after that was 6 miles south. So that was likely the same one. Then we had the other Mayfield one. That was the rope tornado. So maybe it kind of roped out as far as that one goes.
Yeah.
That was short. The first one was shortly before midnight. Or, excuse me, yeah, so the first one shortly before midnight, that was Milan, 6 miles south, and then 8 miles south. So the Milan one was likely the same one. Now, when it comes to Mayfield, that was the cone tornado that was reported. That was shortly after midnight. And then there was another report near Mayfield, likely the same tornado, because that report was only about 6 minutes apart from the cone tornado report.
Okay, and we still have the track at about northeastward at about 30 miles per hour. Looks like I have a new developing circulation that's going to be immediately south of the Peck area. So we have a couple of areas here. Let me go back to our reflectivity here. And we could have one near Peck, but I think we have another one that's to the southeast of Millerton. I'm also seeing the hail core here picking up as well. The hail core that's going to be immediately south of Peck, from Peck to Ziba, and to the northwest of the Belle Plaine area. Belle Plaine looks like all of this is going to be passing to the northwest of you, even though you are within the tornado warning that stays in effect until 1 o'clock in the morning. I think what I'm going to do, Ronell, is I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to go ahead and put it right in here, and I'm going to put our new storm track on this because I want to make sure that everybody that is in the path of this over towards Sedgwick County, where I'm seeing this new circulation come, I'm going to go ahead and pop this for about 33 miles per hour. So within this new circulation over toward Waco at about 12:37, so in about 10 minutes over toward Waco. 12:38. We have Derby at about 12:43. We also have Rose Hill at 12:55. Now, we do not have a severe thunderstorm warning. We do not have a tornado warning in effect for Sedgwick County just yet. We've heard that there has been some malfunctioning with some of the tornado sirens in Sedgwick County, in Derby, and also over on the east side of town. So, emergency management is going to be looking into that. What the National Weather Service is saying, they are planning to issue a severe thunderstorm warning into Sedgwick County here momentarily to account for this strong storm moving in this direction. What you see here with these little rotation markers here, that's nothing associated with any of these storms. This is what I'm watching for right now near the Peck area and to the southwest. So if you live in the path of this storm anywhere from about Derby at 12:43, this is when it's moving in for you. Rose Hill at about 12:55. Let me go back over to my reflectivity here. This is what's going to prompt a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for southern, probably southeastern Sedgwick County. This may go over toward Butler County because Rose Hill is going to be in the path of this. But we're coming up pretty soon for this storm to exit out of northern Sumner County and move into southern Sedgwick County. 12:38 over toward Waco, Derby at 12:43, and Rose Hill at about 12:55. This will be passing pretty close to the Hayesville area. Hayesville may be included in this. It'll probably be included in the severe thunderstorm warning, that's for sure. Might even include Clearwater. So Clearwater over toward Hayesville. Let me zoom in a closer look here. Let me go in this direction here. That'll give us a better indication of where we have the polygon of some of the potential rotation. This is also where you're going to get some hail, and we'll be able to see that with our Barron button right here. So this will be producing some quarters over the short term here before the storm starts to pull into Sedgwick County. Ronell.
Yeah, we have one of our producers just sent an email a few seconds ago. A little over 1,000 customers without power, mainly out of Butler and Harper counties. Of course, that's Harper County in Kansas. Just want to specify because we do have another Harper County in Oklahoma. So a little over 1,000 customers without power. That just goes to show, if you still have power and you're in the path of this storm, make sure that your phones are charged. Make sure that you have your weather radios ready to go just in case you end up losing power. Of course, we'll update you on that number, as those numbers continue to come in when it comes to those of you without power. It looks like we now have that severe thunderstorm warning now for Sedgwick County as well. Wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour, hail up to the size of quarters. We also still have that tornado warning remaining in effect all the way through 1 a.m. for northern parts of Sumner County, especially for the Ziba area where we're still seeing, some of that weak rotation. And as far as it being weak, Lisa mentioned, the way the rotation, it weakens, then it kind of picks back up. It's still exhibiting that activity, but the fact that we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Sedgwick County rather than a tornado warning, still a sign of better things versus what we could be dealing with in Sedgwick County at the moment.
And also, those of you that are signed up for Sedgwick County's alerts, like my phone is now starting to go off, indicating the severe thunderstorm warning that has now been issued because of this storm that is going to be pulling into Sedgwick County here. Over towards Ziba, this is where we're going to have the hail core up to the size of quarters. Also, 60-mile-per-hour winds. So 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-size hail will be likely moving into Sedgwick County. Some other good news to share right now. Looks like the National Weather Service is going to let this tornado warning go for Sumner County here pretty soon. So we still want to make sure that we're watching this storm rather closely. Let me go back to our home view here, turn back on reflectivity, get a lot of this other stuff off the screen here. And just take a look at some of these thunderstorms. So this is the tornado warning that has been in progress for Sumner County. We have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Sedgwick County until 1:30. Additional thunderstorms passing through Greenwood, Elk counties. Those are not severe, but also down to the southwest, we have another batch of severe weather. If this will hold together, it is also expected to track into south central Kansas here within the next couple of hours. Let me go ahead and zoom in because we now have the tornado warning that has been canceled for Sumner County, but we have a rather large severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 1:30 in the morning for Sedgwick County. It includes downtown Wichita, it includes the east side, it includes the west side, it includes Schulte, it includes Clearwater, over toward Peck, Hayesville, Derby. It includes the Rose, well, it comes pretty close to the Rose Hill area, and it looks like it's going to be pretty close to the Mulvane area. That's because this storm, it is tracking to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour. So a 35-mile-per-hour track. It's picked up a little bit of speed. Let me take a look at the southern side of this. Just want to make sure that we're doing okay here. And yeah, it looks like it's a little messy compared to what it was before. And I think messy is a pretty good term for us to use because we want to make sure that we don't have this ramp up and produce any type of tornadoes. But we have the hail concern. We also have some strong winds that could be produced with this thunderstorm. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Sedgwick County until 1:30 in the morning. This is a heavy rainer that's moving through Derby, also over toward the Waco area, including Peck. Looks like it is now starting to lift to the north of the Ziba area, and it has also now cleared Riverdale and also Belle Plaine. So some good news that we don't have the tornado warning that is in effect anymore. And we'll continue to monitor this storm. We'll also watch these other thunderstorms that are down to the south of us in Oklahoma, causing severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Alfalfa County until 1 o'clock in the morning. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning downstream. So hail, high winds, the primary concerns. Tornadic potential, will continue to monitor it. And we also have a severe thunderstorm watch that will stay in effect for parts of south central Kansas until 4 o'clock in the morning. But from now until 1:30 in the morning, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that will stay in effect for Sedgwick County. If you are awakened right now because of the tornado sirens that did sound, just know that according to what Sedgwick County Emergency Management is telling us, that was a malfunction and that they will be looking into it on the east side of Wichita and also down toward Derby. Plus, our news team will continue to keep updates from Sumner County because of the multiple tornado touchdowns that we have had. At this time, no tornado warnings are in effect, but if that changes, we will be here to let you know. We'll now return you to regular programming and keep you updated throughout the night.